Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas with you this morning. Always a pleasure to welcome Charlotte Heiser. You know her from the Classic Canton Car Museum, and today she's here for another reason entirely. Good morning.
Good morning, Susie. Yes, I wear many hats, and this is one of them.
So what is going on under this hat right now?
Well, the hat today is for Light Up Downtown Canton. I can't even believe we're talking about Light Up Downtown.
I know. And it's been going on for how long now?
This is our 29th year.
Wow.
And you know what's really interesting is that I've been a part of all 29.
Yes.
I mean, that's hard to fathom considering I was, I'm only, 30-something.
But yeah, how did you start when you were one?
Yes, I'm going to stick with that. But what a privilege it's been. I mean, to see it grow from something in a very small building, the Wells Professional Building. I don't know how many people out there remember that when the Chamber of Commerce was just in that little tiny building to, the buildings we have now downtown and to the spectacular that it's become. It really is just an amazing thing to watch that growth and to see how much this has been giving back to the community for 29 years.
It's really been a transformation. Just for fun, let's go revisit those early days. I remember that as well. That was before all the fireworks and before the big stage production.
Oh, absolutely. Our main goal at that time was just to hopefully have a Santa, one, and to hand out maybe some coloring books or coloring sheets and maybe a candy cane. And for the children, typically, I think our general target market was the downtown area. A lot of people downtown, and because typically they weren't going to get to the malls and they weren't going to get out to see a Santa. So to give inner city kids a chance to really experience that holiday spirit. And then we started growing. We did have the ice skating rink, the original one. That was open, and we could rent skates from, was it Schrader's Rental, I think is what it was
remember
called.
That? Yep.
So, it was just that we did have a tree, but nothing like it is today. And as you said, no fireworks. We went to that spectacular, just building and building and building. But still the same spirit of the holidays, of Christmas, of giving, of the community of Canton giving back to the community,
It's
even
kind
in that
of
smaller mode.
Sort of grown from where you were trying to do something nice so that families who couldn't afford to go to something else have something great to look forward to. You made it so fun. I think everybody comes and mingles. It's really open to everyone, is it?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And we did start out, like I said, typically targeting downtown, and it has spread to every community, the whole Plain Township and Jackson and Greene and just Alliance and Louisville and all the surrounding cities have embraced this and come. We see people from all over. We see people from out of town come to this. They made it an annual event to come to Canton just to be a part of it.
Because it's so cool.
It is cool and literally cool sometimes. So we're going to plan for good weather this year. A little bit of light snow, not freezing, no rain. We always put our order in.
We've seen every single weather report you can have at Light Up.
What's really interesting is I track those. I keep them every year. I have a report, so I can go back and tell you exactly what the weather was like, because it does sort of hinder that crowd amount of people too.
Sometimes.
A lot of times if it's that really freezing, people don't want to take their really tiny ones out, but if it's a nice temperature where it just feels crisp and I'm already putting my order in.
Okay, put that order in.
Lightly snowing, not on the roads.
Only on the grass.
Only on the grass, and it's all twinkling, and it's just and just looking downtown. I'm at the south end of town at the Car Museum, but just looking up north, it's magnificent. Those lights are beautiful, and it's just. It's warm and fuzzy. Can I say that? Because it's freezing out usually, but it's warm and fuzzy.
It's a Hallmark movie.
It is a Hallmark movie.
I know.
And you see people are happy and they're walking and there's so much going on. I mean, it has expanded from that little tiny building and downtown where Santa was in the center of town. That's when we had the building in the center of town. I really am dating myself, aren't I?
That's okay. No, I was there.
All right, good. Thank you. To moving to, as you said, to the stage performance, and we can get into all the things, because I want people to know that there's something there for everyone. It's a full, fun family event for everyone.
We're going to get into all of that.
Great.
In the meantime, since people come from everywhere, where do we park?
Oh, well, you know what? I think the best thing to do is go to the website and actually look at that. But let me see if I have I'm not sure where. There's all kinds of parking.
Okay.
But they're going to have to, because things do close.
And
they start closing that day.
Early.
They do close that day. So, but they can go to the Chamber of Commerce website.
Okay.
Yes, and if I could find it, I'd
You
tell
can
you
Google
exactly
that.
was.
Google
Yes.
Canton Chamber of Commerce. It'll take you right there.
Correct, because I did want to preface, well, the date for sure.
Well, when is this happening?
Yes, this is an annual event, and as Susie and I spoke about, it's the 29th annual event. It's always on a Thursday, the first Thursday of December. So this year it is Thursday, December 5th, and the stage show begins at 6 and it closes up about 8:30 is when all the venues do. And we'll talk about where the main stage is. But this is presented by the Regional Chamber of Commerce in cooperation with the Downtown Special Improvement District. So I think that's a big deal that we give those people credit. And, it takes, to me, it takes a village to raise a child. They say, well, it takes a village to have this event come about.
It truly does. Once the chamber got behind it and really started pulling all kinds of things, as far as support,
Right.
It's just really kind of taken on a life of its own, hasn't it?
Oh, it has. It has. And it's offered so many more opportunities. And the volunteers there's hundreds. There's people you'll see, people you'll never see. The meetings, we started our meetings in August. Maybe, maybe, I don't even know if we thought about in July. So the committee, seriously, I'm like, really?
You're
it's
thinking
light up
that's
downtown?
soon ahead.
But and all of a sudden
Wow.
we're saying, wow, we have one more meeting before it happens.
Yes.
So the meetings, the committee, dedicated volunteers, there's that word that I want to just stress really fervently, volunteer. We all volunteer our time to do this for the community and for Canton. And so not only they're volunteers for everything, for the fireworks, for the parking, for everything that happens. Not only do the venues, which everybody's open. I have volunteers at the museum, so every venue has volunteers, not just the volunteers that have helped put this committee together and help make sure that it runs smoothly, that no one will ever see.
Really, along with downtown revitalization, you've really seen, because there are more restaurants, there are more businesses downtown, really things are coming to life, and they all stay open and do something special.
They do, and our venues start, it's a 14-block event now. Used to be 12. Now
Wow.
we've expanded. So we actually start up at the library. So we're talking north. Anyone that's not familiar with downtown Canton, Ohio, Tuscarawas, that big Indian word, is the dividing line of the north end and south end of Canton.
Yep.
So if you go 7 blocks north to 7th Street, northwest by the library, the Stark County District Library, and then you will go all the way 7 blocks south to 7th Street Southwest, down by me, to the Shiloh Baptist Church. That's how far we go this year.
My goodness.
Yeah, and everyone is open. And there are also venues on the side streets. And there are maps available. And you can also click on the website to light up downtown Canton, Ohio.
So like horse and wagon rides and things like that.
Let's just talk about a few little
Chestnuts
things.
roasting on an open fire.
I'll tell you, I get so excited. In fact, if I miss something, it's because I'm so excited about it.
Tell us a little bit.
a little
Just
bit,
give it a little
well-
bit of hint of what we can find there.
Oh, yeah, keep you guessing.
And it's all free.
It is all totally free. And as I said, family fun. Family fun. Well, we have a stage show that starts, and the stage always has local entertainment. And that starts at 6 o'clock. And also, I wanted to say something when we were talking about the venues. The restaurants are open.
Yes.
So I would encourage people maybe to come earlier, or there's some that are open later if they can stay. There's no food right in there. We offer free entertainment at the venues. A lot of us have free giveaways. Some of us have cookies. A lot of the venues do, and that's really up to them.
Hot chocolate and cookies, but
I know.
great idea to stop somewhere, have a dinner first,
Right.
and then make your way over to the stage
To the
show
stage,
by
watch it,
6.
right?
See that, and then
And the main stage this year is on 2nd Street and Market North.
Okay.
Okay. It's been several locations, but this is where, and it'll be right by the fountains there. So it's a
Nice.
perfect location.
Near the
and
tree.
Near the tree, yes.
Nice.
And so, yes, the tree will be there, and we're looking forward to that. And so we've got local entertainment on the
like who?
Oh, well, let's just see
You
who some
knew
of the...
I would.
I do. So the stage show is going to be at 6 o'clock. And they're pretty prompt at that because they want to get moving so they can have the big thing that happens after that. So we're going to have Shirley School of Dance there this year, the McKinley Singers, Candy Apples, the Sounds of South, Mackenzie Mack, and then the big to-do. Ready?
Yes.
Santa will be arriving on a vintage fire truck. Can you stand it? I can't stand it.
What? Oh, how
Yay!
fun.
And he'll say hello to the crowd.
Yes.
And then after that, the fireworks will begin after that, about 6:45 at the Millennium Building. And then the venues will open after
Amazing.
that. So they want people to stay downtown. Oh, and as far as that entertainment, that's as of to date.
Okay.
Okay, so I always always want to preface that if I don't say someone, it's just because as of to date, that's the list I have. I don't want to exclude anyone.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, we should tell people there aren't chairs. These are things you stand and you watch this. It's kind of a short program.
It is short. But it's lovely. It's just lovely.
Oh, my, yes.
It's like being in downtown New York City.
Yes, it is.
It really is. When you stand there and watch that, you stand and watch so it's just like it's that feel, and it's just, it's wonderful.
And I think we can trace the fireworks back to when Janet Creighton was mayor, and she said, we need fireworks.
I do remember that meeting, and I remember trying to find those fireworks. And
Yes.
I remember a lot of stuff.
And
about
now
all
it's
this.
huge. That's a big part of
There's
it.
that spectacular kind of thing. So the fireworks will go off, and they try to, there's a whole committee that takes care of that parameter and takes care of all those behind the scene things, so they're safe and just beautiful. And so after that time period, that's when most of the venues open. And some of them may open before that, but we try to encourage people, let people enjoy the stage show, let them enjoy the fireworks, and then you still have until 8:30 to travel all those 14 blocks to go into all the different businesses.
About 2.5 hours ought to do the trick.
It
right?
should.
And
It
particularly
should.
when you've got little ones, you are at least stepping inside. So there's these little time to get warm, and then you go and walk to the next place, and time to get warm again.
Right. And
what do we find inside?
Well, let me tell you, after Santa arrives, he'll say hello, and then he is going to step into the chamber, which is at 222 Market. It's the Millennium Building, which used to be the old Parisian. Have to preface that, too. And,
I used to work there.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I liked riding the elevator.
Oh, man, yes.
So Santa will be at the chamber afterwards for pictures, and I'm sure taking lists. And so
Checking
then
them twice.
There will be Santa's helpers throughout the other venues.
Awesome.
So, the big Santa comes on the fire truck, which
Yes.
is really cool. Actually, down by the stage 2, Project Rebuild does the cutouts. I think some people have really enjoyed those cutouts, and there'll be a little village so you can put your face in and do that photo opportunity, which is just such a fun thing to do.
Bring your
to see-
phone.
Oh, yes, Descent, to see that. And I think right next to the First Ladies in that bricked area, I think she's offered to put some cutouts in there, so there'll be a nice little area.
neat.
Also, I'm just going to try to hit. I'll not ever be able to tell you every venue with everything.
Sure.
We'd be here until tomorrow.
Yes.
But there will be carriage rides again this
Oh,
year.
I love
Oh, I know. I'm so excited.
Oh.
I'm so excited. Just beautiful. Does it say any more than the Christmas season than the carriage ride with horses and the carriage?
No.
So that's in
It's
front of
fabulous.
the former McKinley Grand Hotel.
Okay.
So we're still able to use that area, and that gets pretty crowded. So people might want to make sure they get there, but it's worth the wait.
Absolutely.
So-
And if it's not snowy, they're on wheels, right?
Correct.
So
yes. They're
either
on
way,
wheels. They go regardless.
Either way,
Yes,
you're
they
going
go-
on a carriage
they go
ride.
regardless. And the Canton City Street Department, we touched on that. We'll have the Christmas tree, and Arts and Stark are in charge of the decoration. So that's really exciting.
Always good.
Another thing, and we found this over the years, that we wanted purpose. Not only did we want to supply entertainment and show off Canton and how fabulous it looks, but we really want to give back. And so we've collected, many venues have boxes it's called Spread the Warmth. And originally, years and years ago, we just did hats and gloves, but now we've expanded into hats, gloves, mittens, scarves, and socks. So there's many venues that we've been collecting them over the last several weeks, and we will be handing them out. Actually, the Canton Fire Department will be handing those out to people that come.
So no one should leave without those things.
Absolutely not. If they need them, they are available, and they will be handing them out at the Salvation Army on Market and Fifth.
Are you still collecting them?
They are, and there's different places to collect. I actually have a box at the Canton Classic Car Museum, and I know there are many venues which are listed on the website to give those out too.
Okay, so you're looking again for hats, scarves, mittens, and socks.
gloves too,
Gloves, mittens and gloves, hats,
scarves.
scarves, and
socks.
and think of feet as well. And
Well, because
socks.
those get cold too. And over the years, Susie, I have seen so many little ones, and this is really why this happened. Is you would see children who didn't have them, and whether they forgot them or just didn't have them, it became a purpose-driven donation, because it was just wonderful to know that people were giving unselfishly, and that the firefighters, it's just the greatest thing for them to hand this out.
Absolutely.
Makes my heart sing. Okay, there's other things.
Okay, I know there are.
All right.
Hold your breath.
All right.
Because I just looked at the clock. We need to take a short break, but we will be back with Shar after these words. You're listening to Our Community.